Alright, what's up, y'all? I'm waiting to go into work and I got an idea for another video. Um, it was just on my mind while I was driving. It'd be like dream matchups for MMA. Like if time didn't matter. And I guess where this came from earlier today, I was looking at Jon Jones' Twitter and I tweeted him if Jon Jones could fight Anderson Silva in Anderson's prime, what would Jon's approach be? Like, would he plan to grapple? Would he stand and bang? Does he have some more intricate ideas? And it just got me thinking about other matchups. And as I got to thinking about matchups, I'm like, man, really to organize my thoughts and to make a conversation out of it, I feel like the smart thing to do is to put it by weight class. So I'm kind of just winging this as I go. So, like, if we were to have a heavyweight dream matchup, I feel like it would be I would want Jon Jones versus Fedor. Like, if time didn't matter or anything, like, and we could have Fedor in his prime and I guess Jon right now, or the Jon that went in and fought Surreal. I'd like to see what would happen there. Then when we move down to 205, I feel like there's a couple different options at heavyweight. Like, someone could say Stipe, someone could put DC into stuff. I mean, someone could even say they wanted to see DC and Jon at heavyweight. But there's a lot of different options. When I go down to 205, I don't see as many different options. I should have looked up Cro Cop's weight because I can't remember it. If Cro Cop was 205, I mean, I could see him and Alex Pereira would be a good fight. But other than that, the only dream matchup I see at 205 is Jon Jones and Alex. And the reason it's like that is because Jon was so dominant at 205 forever. And then the guy who took his place, DC, he fought. So it's like there's not a lot of other matchups there. Jon dominated that weight class for over a decade. There's not a lot before it. Someone might say like Jon and Tito, but I don't see that being close. You know what I mean? Then let's go down to 185. If you're coming up with a dream matchup at 185 and you don't have Anderson Silva in that matchup, you need to get up out of here. You need to get going. So the dream matchup at 185 for me is Anderson Silva and GSP. And they were working towards that back in the day. Silva was the dude. So, like, I started watching when Silva first came around. Like, Silva fought Franklin for the second time, and I had already kind of gotten into UFC. Silva was like the top dude. St. Pierre, now this is there's years apart. St. Pierre comes up, and then Jon Jones comes up. So, but like everyone that's a fan kind of knows, it's like Silva's the best, and then you got GSP, and then you got Jon Jones is looking real sharp. The UFC started working towards possibly having that matchup. Specifically, it was looking more likely to be Silva and GSP. That was the more exciting matchup at the time. As time went on, it favored more Silva and Jon Jones, and then it just never happened. It is unfortunate we never got to see that. But Silva and GSP for sure at 185. GSP competed mainly at 170, but when he came back and fought Bisping, that was at 85. So, you know. Then we go down to 170. At 170, you gotta... I mean, I feel like St. Pierre's the one in it. I honestly want Islam to come up. Now that Islam has said that he wants to fight at 170, I want Islam and GSP. That would be a dream matchup for me at 170. Khabib too. That would be a good one. Khabib cut a lot of weight for 55 and he cheated making weight a couple times. But GSP, I'd rather see Islam than Khabib. I don't know why. I guess because Islam's the active one. So in my head, I say the next generation is better than the previous, although that may not be the case, especially in that situation. But GSP versus either one of those would be a great matchup. Now, 155. Boy, 155 is interesting because we've had so many dream matchups at 55 that we take it for granted, to be honest with you. Oh, I'm trying to think of who I would want. It's hard for me to think way back. Man, that's a tough one. Who would y'all want at 155? I'm wanting to put Conor in there with someone, to be honest with you. I'm wanting to put Conor in there. The Conor that showed up and competed at 155 against Eddie. And honestly, even the Conor that showed up and lost against Khabib, I would like to see him competing against, I just don't know who. I gotta think about that. At 45, I feel like it's got to be Jose Aldo. It's got to be Jose Aldo and someone. We obviously had Jose and Conor. We had Jose and Chad. I mean, Jose and Uriah was a good one. That was a good one, and it happened in the WEC days. But man, Uriah Faber doesn't get the props he wants. You know, that's the dream matchup I would like to see at 45. Uriah Faber and Conor McGregor. They did that Ultimate Fighter. There was some hype for it and everything, but they didn't fight. I don't think it was even planned that they were going to fight, you know what I mean? But I would have liked to seen that, especially even at the Ultimate Fighter time. That was Uriah getting a little bit out of his time. But man, that would be sick. We're at 35. Right now at 35, what I want to see is Corey Sandhagen and Sean O'Malley. I don't care about the rankings. I don't care that Umar just won. I want Sandhagen and O'Malley. I want to see that fight. That's my dream matchup for that. I know we got some. I don't have time to go over the women's weight class, and then I'm not as familiar with 125, to be honest with you. I don't have a lot of people in there. It's got to be like Demetrius Johnson and I don't even know who all Demetrius beat. I feel like he beat everyone. So what, like Demetrius and Figgy maybe? I'm not sure. But y'all let me know your thoughts. Maybe I'll do one over the women's weight classes. We'll see. I got to get to work. Y'all have a good one.